As all the eyes were focused today in Nyandarua, in David's house burial, something that drew a lot of attention as the two political rivals, Rigathi Gachagua and President William Ruto, for the first time since the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, had to meet face off. You know, this really drew attention as Gachagua already the other time said that he must attend the burial. Ladies and gentlemen, for many who are thinking in Gachagua's speech today, you know, the speech was packaged and sounded to be a reconciliation. I tell you, you get it all wrong. That was not just a call for peace, but he actually fired shots. Rigathi Gachagua took opportunity to prove the Mount Kenya power, that he is the kingpin of the region. Kindly take a minute of your time, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to our podcast so that whenever we make such videos, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now, I want you to listen keenly to this particular video clips of the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and tell me, you see, have a look at it.
Kushauri rais, nikakwambia hawa watu ya mlima hawapendi usaliti. I told you that betrayal is not forgiven among our people. You chose to listen to Kimani Ichung'wah. Sasa hii jamii imekukataa. Na nilikuwa nimekuambia. Sasa huyu Ichung'wah alikuambia atirigijia atasaulika baada ya wiki mbili. Sasa ni miaka ngapi?
First, analyze the first part, the aggressive remarks made by the former DP. You see, he took an opportunity when he was given the platform where he accused the president of betraying the Mount Kenya. Yes, when Rigathi Gachagua accusing the president face off of betraying the Mount Kenya and the voters are on the other side listening, it is a strategy. It's trying to tell the voters that if you think I've been lying today, the president is here. Let's give him time if he will react to this. Something that President William Ruto never touched. It's trying to package Ruto. It's trying to show the voters that we've been saying this all along. Rigathi Gachagua has been saying that he was warned by the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, but never listened. He has tagged that to be the conmanship. He's trying to tell William Ruto face off that you are a liar, you are a betrayer, and you don't deserve another chance because we cannot risk being betrayed again. Look at this. Rigathi Gachagua criticizing the allies of President William Ruto, particularly Kimani Ichung'wah. You know, he's supposed to hold a rally in Kikuyu constituency tomorrow. It signaled like Rigathi Gachagua is trying to prepare the ground, telling Ichung'wah that in case something happens, I sound a warning. There is a time that you don't need to scrap my meeting, my political rally. It's trying to prepare the ground. That's literally what Rigathi Gachagua is doing. Rigathi Gachagua telling the president that it is time not to tag us. When you go to the Luo nation, don't tag us to be tribal, very tribal, because we chose you. You never belonged to us, but we gave you our support. We gave you our votes. It's trying to communicate that we are not that tribal. We can't support any person anytime. Yes, we've supported before, and we are even ready to support. In today's opposition camp, we are all aware that Gachagua is not going to vie. He is not going to the ballot. is going to support, let's say maybe Kalonzo, is trying to demonstrate that that tag of tribalism that you mentioned, that you put us, that is not actually what we are. We are that particular tribe that ready to support, ready to listen, ready to work together with other political parties, with other tribes, as opposed to what the president is saying.
Sisi tukikuchagua wewe, huku unaitwa Kamau, huku unaitwa Joroge, ulikuwa unaitwa William Kipchirchir Arap Ruto, si ndio? Na tukaupatia kura ze. Wewe unasimama juu ya gari ukusema sisi ni wa kabila, unatuumiza kwa roho.
There is also a very interesting part in this particular speech. You see, by Rigathi Gachagua using a double strategy, the other side attacking, then the other side retraining, something we can call a defensive mechanism in football. There was time when he calling the crowd not to chant the one-term thing.
Nataka kutoa mwelekeo kama kiongozi wa jamii. Nisisikie ngwe. Nisisikie nini? Rais akifika hapa aongee, asikizwe, amalize, aondoke. Tumekubaliana? Netwaiguithania. Netwaiguithania.
In football. There was time when he calling the crowd not to chant the one-term thing. So ironical, by the way, because actually knew it. The moment President William Ruto will stand to talk, people will chant one-term thing. Yes, Gachagua calling for respect during the burial setup. You know, in as much as actually they say charity begins at home. And this was the moment that the former deputy president wanted to prove one thing to the president, that all along you have been saying that I'm reckless. All along you've been saying that I'm that man who is throwing the abusing languages. But today I want to prove to you one thing. I am a statesman. I am somebody who, you know, I love peace. By saying, you know, he never wanted the president to really be humiliated in public. That's why he had to calm the crowd. And again, it's also sound volume that is trying to tell the president that, you know what, I am the kingmaker. I am the person who controls the people in this particular region. They do what I tell them. Yes, by people going ahead to obey what Gachagua said to them, it really demonstrates, it really comes clearly that indeed the Mount Kenya people are so loyal to this man and they listen keenly to this man. This sounds a message to President William Ruto that for you to win the souls of these people, and even he went ahead by saying kunitoa roho, kunitoa kwa hawa watu itakuwa vigumu sana. It's trying to demonstrate that as you thought that I was so weak when you impeached me, today you have to. I am the man that is being listened to in this particular region. Gachagua is trying to position himself as a statesman, something that, you know, the other time in the few weeks ago when they were throwing, you know, exchanging words with President William Ruto, is trying now to clear the air and telling the president that we can do better. I'm a better person than that. Let us look the Mount Kenya power. And this is the most interesting part in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to tell me that it was accidental, a coincidence by Senator Methu declaring publicly, calling Rigathi Gachagua as the people's deputy president? That was a calculative strategy. It speaks something. There is something Methu is trying to communicate. Yes. And again, Gachagua is also taking a platform claiming that ulinifukuza lakini mimi siku hizi nasikiza ground. Mimi na ndugu yangu Uhuru Kenyatta tunasikiza ground. Is trying to, position himself to be listening, to be attached to the emotion of the people. Yes, anajiona mtetezi ya wananchi. That is what Gachagua is trying to do. That, the fact that you throw me away from your government, today I'm here to be the voice of the voiceless, to be the voice of our people. Yes, that is what he's claiming by kusikiza ground. He's trying to tell President William Ruto that, getting votes in this region is difficult. Confirming to his face that it is hard. You threw me out from your government, you lost it. You lost it. He has said this all and all. And it was a time to confirm to President William Ruto, that's, man, there is a done deal. Have you considered the timing? Timing is something that can never be assumed in a political arena. Timing is not by coincidence. Timing is something very crucial that must be considered. Yes, because you see, the fact that this comes the very first time President William Ruto is meeting with Gachagua since he was impeached from the government. Now, Rigathi is telling President that, man, you have always underestimated me. Look at me. Even the reception Rigathi Gachagua got, people cheering when he stood to the podium. It's trying to demonstrate, it's trying to tell the president face to face that in this region, nikikohoa wanasikia. I am the man here. Yes. And actually, you see, it is just an early campaign, ladies and gentlemen. These people position themselves for the early campaign, the 2027 election. Yes. Actually, that is what is meant. That is what is coming clearly out of in this particular occasion. It was not just a speech of reconciliation. And if you think again. For the second time, think again. You see, politics, there is much hidden than what is seen, than what we have been told, that what we hear. This was just a platform to confirm to the president, to fire up, it was a battle. It was a battle line that was drawn. What do you think? What is your take on Rigathi's Gachagua speech today? Do you agree that it is not just about the reconciliation as it sounds? Let's meet again.